Unsafe Building Department meeting for August 17, 2022 is now called to order. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Ms. Sheehan? Here. Mr. Sharp?
Here.
Mr. Gatto?
Here.
Mr. Slaughter?
Here.
Mr. Deutmeyer?
Here.
Ms. Abernathy present.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a motion to approve the minutes from the July 20th, 2022 public meeting?
Make that motion.
Motion by Denny.
I'll second.
Second by Colleen. Roll call.
Ms. Sheehan? Yes. Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, new business, 7120 West 132nd Place, Cubal property, deferred on July 20th, 2022. Are there anybody here for the Cubal property? No? Now, they have a new owner, is that what we're understanding?
Mr. Cubel called me a week or so ago, told me that they closed on it. When I last looked on Bay County GIS and talked to our utility departments, we had not received any updated information. I just checked and it has updated to the new owner.
Oh, okay, very good, okay, so we'll give them a chance, huh? Okay, thanks, Ashley. 8120 Lakeshore Drive, Shane.
I guess, before you move on to that,
do we need to,
if there is a new owner, you're going to need to notify them to appear at the next meeting.
Okay, yeah.
So we can
that,
figure out
Ashley?
what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good, thank you.
We have to do a roll call for that.
Do we need to?
Yeah, just make the motion that
let's
we
make
send them a notice of here.
Do we have a motion to?
I'll make a motion to notify the new owners to appear at the next meeting.
Motion by Colleen, second by Denny, roll call.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Okay, now 8120 Lakeshore Drive, Shane's Bar and Grill. Anybody here for? Yes.
Bobby Shane and his private counsel, Joseph Mianki, right? Sorry.
Mr. Shane, how we doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Name and address for the record, please.
8120 Lakeshore Drive, Cedar Lake, Indiana.
Okay, your name, Rob Shane? Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And your, go ahead.
Joseph Mianki with the Ashford Law Group.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Bob Shane, and we bought the bar in January 1st of 1987, and been there 35 years. It burned down November 19th of 21, and I was asked to be here to explain what we're doing. And
Right.
what we're doing is trying to sell it. We have potential buyers with us over here, but they tried to get a permit to clean it up and refused the permit, so I don't know what to do. You know.
Maybe I can shed a little
Okay,
light on that one.
yeah.
So Mr. Shane is working with a public service adjuster, Service Adjusters LLC out of Portage, Indiana, to see about mitigating the losses, including the removal and restoration of the building or demolition of the building.
Okay.
One of their representatives was supposed to be here, but unfortunately got detained tonight, which called me. Additionally, there's some litigation that's unrelated to all of this as well. So if we could potentially just defer the issue, and I can advise your town council as to what the goings are and resolve any issues with the town of Cedar Lake.
Okay. Ryan, what's?
I guess the question is, regardless of the litigation and the pending sale, what are the intentions to clean up the property? Is this something you intend to do, or you intend to convey the property for someone else to?
Well, my buyers tried to come up and get a permit, but they declined the permit And so, he called me, and then I called Mr. Niemeyer, and he told me that you guys have been trying to get a hold of me, and there's a meeting the 17th, which is tonight, and which is you're supposed to make sure you're there. So here I am, and, you know.
Chris, can you shed any light on the denial?
Yeah, so this is a meets and bounds parcel still, so it's going to need to go through a one-lot subdivision at minimum, which would require the property then to either be brought up to modern subdivision standards or request waivers from the Plan Commission for that. Likewise, this parcel also, since it did burn down on November of last year, it has now exceeded the 6 months of being abandoned, so it's lost all legal non-conforming grandfathered status. So it would also likely require variances from the BZA as well, just given the site layout and the limited amount of space there. I can only imagine that depending on whatever plans are submitted to the town as to what this is going to look like moving forward, it's almost guaranteed to need actions by both of those boards.
So I guess given the circumstances and where we stand in this, typically what we would suggest and how the board's handled it in the past with people that want to do repairs is you guys, give them a shorter time frame. Now, obviously, they can't just go and pull a permit because of these legal non-conforming, formerly legal non-conforming issues for the property. So it's sort of up to the board if you guys want to proceed with demolition, if you want to give them a short period of time to allow the new buyer to come in to make those applications for the variances and stuff like that. That's sort of in your discretion here, but they're present. Haven't heard a great deal of information about plans. Obviously, we've been in situations before where they just say, hey, we're going to sell it, but that doesn't eliminate the unsafe condition of the property. So, whether you guys want to demolish it or whether you want to give them a short period of time, I think something concrete needs to occur, though, in some way, shape, or form related to this property.
So the buyers are here right now?
Yes.
Okay. Just to see, what are your intentions to do with the property?
We were looking at purchasing the property to...
Name and address for the record.
Name and address, please.
Willett Sexton, 9866 North, 130 West, Lake Village, Indiana.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Go
we
ahead.
would want to purchase it and do what?
We were looking at purchasing it before we assumed that the grandfather clause was still in effect. But now we found that out, and the problem that we're having is if one of the variances doesn't fall through or the lot plat doesn't go through, then we're not able to do anything with the property.
So that's probably a good possibility, correct, Ryan?
I mean, that, goes down to the planning commission, the
Right,
BZA.
that's not,
So,
we can't speak for
predict
that.
what they're gonna do.
But one fail out of all this, and then
Then
it
you're
can't
out,
happen,
right?
correct?
You're out? Yeah.
Right.
So,
So you won't be able to purchase it until you find out what,
Exactly.
yeah.
And is it your intention to make those applications to the BZA and the planning commission to get that process moving?
If we had 100% that we would be able to do something with it, yes.
well, you have to go before those
Yeah,
boards,
you
you
have
have
to
to go before them to see if they'll allow
I
it.
understand that.
Yeah, so
but-
there's no 100%.
When we first wanted to purchase it, everybody was under the assumption that the grandfather clause was still in, and we could just come in, clean it out, get the permits, and then remodel. And then, once we found that the grandfather clause was no longer in effect, then we've been dealing with it. I spoke with Chris, I worked a couple times.
Yeah. So I guess for us to try to make a decision here today, we kind of need to know your intentions
Yeah.
on whether you're gonna go before those boards and do those applications, or are you backing out of the deal? I mean, that's what we need to know to make a decision here.
Without knowing 100%, I
Well,
can't answer that.
We can't.
Nobody can give you 100%, you have to
Right.
go before those boards. So, I mean, if you're gonna go before those boards, then I think we
Then
can
we would-
discuss giving you a little
Yeah.
time. If you're not,
What are you calling a little time?
the next meeting after
30 to
that,
60 days.
30 to
depending on
60 days to see.
Depending on how long it takes to go.
Because
before
you gotta
the
get
board.
before those boards.
Yeah,
and we need to see that you're going before them and what's happening.
So you would
there.
need all the civil engineering and all that?
Yes, everything Chris has told you we would need. So,
Go ahead, Chris.
So they could start with the concept plan first to the plan commission. That would be a good start. And then that would lead into a discussion, which could potentially lead into the preliminary plat, then followed by a final plat. And then sometime in between, I would imagine, depending on what the plans are, and exactly what that site will look like, you could also do the BZA application, or you should be doing the BZA application at the same time as the Plan Commission application, so that way you're going in front of both boards for both approvals, for both the site plan, preliminary plat, any waivers that you're requesting from the Plan Commission, and then any variances you're requesting from the BZA. Should all kind of be done in concert with each other.
Okay, we've got to go over this and consider all our options.
okay, so this is what I'm thinking. It's up to you guys. Next meeting, we need an
30
answer
days,
for
we need
sure.
something in 30 days.
30 days,
The
I
next
need to
meeting.
know.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Ms. Euban, the filing deadline for the September meetings is already passed. If they were to go for a concept plan, that they're not looking until October. Because that's the next filing deadline is the first Friday in September for the October Plan Commission.
Okay, but by then, if we do the September 21st, you guys come back by September 21st, you'd be able to tell us if you're going to do that or if you're not going to do that. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll do-
I would
we'll
like,
do 30
yeah,
days?
30 days for you guys to come back here and give us the firm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Could I also ask that in the meantime, they clean up the property because there's an awful lot of debris surrounding the building that's also unsafe and
Unsafe,
unsightly.
yeah.
And we
So
just
whether,
request
I mean,
that.
that probably falls
That
back.
needs to happen
Yeah.
regardless, so, yeah. So whoever makes an attempt to do that.
Somebody needs to clean up the debris, and then we'll see you back, all of you back here on the 21st of September.
With your plan or no
With a
plan.
decision, yeah, on whether you're going forward or not.
Tony,
Yes.
is that building structurally safe inside?
Inside, I don't know. I haven't been in there.
I don't think you've been inside of it.
I can't answer for that one.
I don't think it is, talking to the fire chief, he didn't.
Todd would
think
have
it
a
was.
better answer for that one. I mean, it's hard to tell from the outside with it being a masonry building. The inside could be just gone and you wouldn't really know, so.
30 days.
So I'll make a motion to have them back September 21st, 30 days, to give us a decision on what's happening, and in between there, hopefully, we'd like to see debris cleaned up on the outside.
Sure.
I
Okay?
guess, and just for the record, Willis, was that correct?
Yes.
Are you under contract to purchase?
We have a contract, purchase contract.
Okay. So probably what we should do, just to catch all the paper up, is reissue a demolition order that will be effectively similar to the one that was posted last time,
Okay.
but ensure that we have him listed as an individual that's interested in the property as well. It's just purely paper process to catch everything up. You'll still have till the September meeting to come back and do all of that, but just so everything's caught up and accurate.
Very good.
So I would
Okay.
just suggest you amend your motion to include that. And we'll
I
get
will
it.
amend my motion to include Ryan's statement of catching up the paperwork for the demolition order.
Okay. Motion by Colleen,
Second.
second by Danny. Roll call?
Ms. Euban?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkins?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Okay, thank you, folks. See you in 30 days, or September, when is September 21st, I believe?
Okay, thank you.
September 21st.
Joe?
Number 313716 Birch Street, Blanton.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Name and address, please.
Roger Blanton, 16152 Wickers Boulevard, Lowell.
Okay. Now, what are you gonna do with your property?
Well, I only kept it in the family because my wife was raised there, so
Okay,
I plan on remodeling it.
okay,
But I was gonna wait until colder weather to do it. I was actually starting on it last November, but I got COVID and pneumonia for the whole winter just about. But I'm feeling great now, and my grandson's he'll be helping me with it. I did have my nephew, he lived next door, but he moved to Florida, he was taking care of it.
Okay. So when are you gonna start? You're not gonna start until when?
I wanted to start around September, when the weather starts getting cooler.
Okay, well, it needs to be fixed
Well, there's some
up.
poison ivy back there, so I wanted to make sure that was dying off, and, we'll be able to rip that out.
Gotta get all your permits and everything in line.
Oh, yeah.
Just start in September.
Yeah, you better
So,
start.
Just around the corner.
I think what we should do is make sure that there's a permit pulled.
Yeah, you
At our next
need
meeting.
to have a permit for
Remodeling?
Yeah,
September 21st.
yeah, we there's a patio in the back that the trees fell through,
Okay.
by
Yeah.
the last
What,
wood.
repairable? Is it repairable?
Oh, yeah.
We'll do a walkthrough before the permit to see.
Yeah, it just isn't
See what's got
looking
to
very
go.
repairable from the photos I'm seeing.
No. And these are relatively recent, so.
Yeah. So, I think
Well, we were
before,
planning on putting new drywall in,
but it needs more than that.
new roof, new drywall.
But you're gonna do something. You're
Yeah.
gonna work on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right,
Can you
so-
come back 30 days?
And Tony, you'll go through before that?
When he submits his permit
When
application,
you,
we'll
okay,
we'll take a
so to
walkthrough.
make
and
sure
see
that
if
there's, it's not,
Right.
Could you get your permit before?
before
the next meeting?
September
Oh, yeah.
21st.
Okay,
When's your September meeting?
September 21st, but it'd be nice if you got it
Yeah, okay.
much before then.
All right, I'll do that.
If you wanna make a motion.
I will make a motion
Thank you.
for him to return September 21st with a permit provided Tony has deemed it repairable.
Second by Danny. Roll call.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wozniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Okay, thank you. 407 Fairbanks, Prairie Oaks Holdings LLC. We had a demo order issued last meeting. Is that correct, Ashland?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is anybody here for that property?
God bless you.
Did we get a hold of the,
I sent another certified, I didn't receive any response back.
Nothing has changed at the site, no one's done anything.
okay.
Mr. Chairman, the only thing for this one, Tony posted the demo order August 1st, I want to say. I was looking back through our files, it looks like there was an error on our end in getting the certifieds out to Prairie Oak Holdings based in Valpo on this one. So we obviously would not recommend the secondary order, in that we would suggest reissuing the demo order so we can get them out. Tony would repost it, we'll get the certifieds out ASAP and make sure that our paperwork is consistent with what the law
Caught up with
requires.
everything else? Yeah. Okay, so we'll just, next meeting then, Brian, you would,
Yeah, so it just bumps the
so
timeline
we're
back a
just
month.
basically deferring
Okay,
it.
so I
we
make
can
a
reissue.
motion to
Just
reissue.
defer and reissue, yeah.
And, all right.
Somebody-
I made a motion.
Oh, you made, okay, all right, I'm sorry. Motion by Colleen,
Okay, second.
second by Denny.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wozniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Okay, motion carries 3-0. Turn this page to 720 West 139 INACQ LLC. Are they closed? Okay. Name and address, please, for the property.
Eddie Tarver, 1348 Benton Street, Gary, Indiana.
What city? I'm sorry.
I'm in Gary.
Gary, okay, okay.
So, we're closing on that property Friday.
Gonna close on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the purpose of tearing it down. I'm a builder, so we're just gonna, develop the property.
Okay, you're gonna tear it down and
Okay.
demo? Okay.
Tear it down, rebuild.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you come in here and get a demo order after you...
Right, really what I'm gonna try to do is apply for, a contractor's license. I'm licensed in bond.
I see.
In most of the areas, so that'll be my next step to, I'm not sure who to talk to yet, but, we're licensed and bonded in most of the, county cities,
Okay,
just not this one.
okay.
So our plan is to do that, pull a permit, build and sell it, and hopefully buy the ones across the street and one next door.
Okay,
So that's-
okay, so you got plans for the property, so
Yeah.
I guess you need to come in, and once you close on the property, then you can come in and get, sketch. your license and,
Right. Whatever the process is, yeah,
Demo permit together and
and a building permit.
get it wiped out, yeah.
yeah, get it all, yeah.
Right behind it, I want to build and move.
Okay, you can tear down and start
Friday, next
closing on the property. This Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, we're closing.
so we should be able to, by next meeting, have
Yeah, could you just give an update next meeting? If you can
Yeah.
come in and give us
September
an update.
21st.
Well, Friday I can come in and drop it off, or if that's possible, I don't know what I need to do in terms of, I can come back, but hopefully we have it torn down by the next meeting.
Okay,
That would be
that would be
great.
great. If you
We
come
would
in
love
and
to
report
see
that.
That's the plan, but I don't know how the process works in terms of getting the permit
Okay,
Okay.
and doing that, because at that point, our company will own it.
okay,
We'll see what happens.
okay,
Okay,
very good.
that's our plan.
Okay, very good. Thank you,
So if you
sir.
run into hangups there, the neighbor to the east is asking that at least it be just closed up.
You know, I spoke with
By
him,
opening
and
it.
that's before we even thought about buying it.
Okay,
I know the neighbor next door, he's an electrician.
Yes.
Yeah, I know him from working in Gary, so.
okay,
Yeah, so what I'll do is probably just simply, make sure that he gets what he needs in terms of that. 'Cause he didn't know we were gonna buy it, it was some other people that were gonna buy it, and we ended up going through the process and getting it
Okay.
done. So
she was saying that with rodents in and out and
Oh, yeah.
whatever, she was just looking at it closed up, that's
Yeah,
all.
no problem.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Very good, thank you. So we'll see you next meeting, and hopefully be torn down, huh?
yes.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Just a motion to defer it then,
Yeah.
along with any other conditions you want to attach, if there are any.
Motion to defer, and we'll just look at it, see if they've been in here, see if they go from there to demo.
It's fine.
Motion by Colleen, second by Denny. Roll call?
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfing?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Okay. 9320 West 142nd, Midland Trust Company as custodian for Pamela Broadway account number 1716575. Title work was requested at the July 20th meeting.
Title's back. We have demo orders prepared for Tony's signature, which conveniently are sitting right on my desk, which doesn't help us for Tony's signature right now, but I can easily email it to him tomorrow.
Okay. Anybody here from that property, or do?
Ms. Broadway did reach out. There are 2 attendees, and I'm not sure if one of them is her because it's a cell phone number.
Anybody here for that property? On 142nd?
Tony,
Yes.
you looked at that house?
No?
Which one's that?
The one we're on right now?
Oh, yeah, there's a report on it, yeah.
So I mean, looking at the front of it, looks pretty good.
Well, unsafe, according to Indiana unsafe building law, also includes a nuisance.
Oh, what?
A nuisance,
Nuisance?
yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody living there?
No,
that looks pretty bad.
no, the garage is 100%, I mean, I'm not saying, there's a lot of these houses that are repairable, but no one's doing anything with it.
Right, they're
All
not
it does
repairing them,
is-
we're not gonna leave them sit.
Drag down the
yeah.
property value of everything around it, and that's,
That's where that comes in, that's where the
Exactly.
nuisance part comes in,
Right.
absolutely. Okay.
right.
So where are we at, we're ready to tear this one down?
Yeah, we ready, what do we?
The demo order be issued, if that's what you guys want to do, we issue the order.
Yep.
Title on this was real clean, it's just
It's
basically the
Okay.
Lake County entities and the owner,
Okay,
which is this Midland Trust Company.
I'll make the motion for the demo order.
Motion by Colleen for a demo order, second by Denny. Roll call, please.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfing?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Okay.
Oh, it looks like Miss Broadway actually just reattended via Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was the owner of the property we were just talking about.
Okay.
Hello,
Miss, state your name and address, please.
I'm sorry, I was on hold and you guys, I guess didn't know that I was sitting through the whole meeting. My name is Pam Broadway.
Mm-hmm. And address?
My home address or the property address?
Home address.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Home address?
17144 Point Drive, Orland Park, Illinois.
Thank you. What's going on with your property here in Cedar Lake?
The property right now, was purchased and the timeline of the house, kind of went awry because there was a death in the family. So that kind of changed the timeline of the house and the finances for the house. But, I mean, we're in the process, we're gonna be, starting to do the inside work with the cooler months, because there's no, air conditioning, or I don't know,
Who
at this point if there's...
purchased the home? Did you purchase it then, or?
Yes,
Okay. And that's who the title says, indicates, Ryan, that's our title work.
Well, it shows Midland Trust Company,
Okay.
so I assume that she's got a trust agreement there, and that's just how they identify it, because generally FBO would be for the benefit of.
I can clarify that. It technically, if you wanna know, my IRA owns the property, and I'm the person in charge of my IRA. If you if you understand about IRA investments.
IRA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So I own the
Yeah,
IRA,
okay.
and I'm in charge of the IRA.
Okay. Okay, but your intent is to do some repairs?
Yes, we're gonna, the inside is gonna be updated,
I want to be sitting like
and
this.
the out, I'm sorry?
Inspection was on June 28th.
I was around the house a few times over the past year or so.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's...
Nothing is really-
Nothing's happened, yeah, okay.
And nothing can happen because there's no permit.
No permits. You realize you have to come in and get permits to do the repairs?
Yes, I do understand that there has been no work done on the property since I have owned it.
May I ask when you bought it?
December of 2020.
Okay, all right, because there was work happening there in 19 that was shut down because there was no permit, so.
Well, that was the previous owner.
Right.
I closed in December of 2020, which was the middle of COVID, and we were gonna start to do stuff, and then we had supply issues, cost of supplies and materials because of COVID and all that, and then there was a COVID death in the family that impacted it.
Okay. The garage is definitely not something that's repairable. That was actually the subject of the complaint from multiple neighbors, was mainly the garage. So,
No, and I understand, I think the intention, I think my intention is going to be to just take the garage down. I understand it's not repairable, I don't think.
okay, the sooner the better on that one, honestly, because there's a handful of neighbors who are rallying around that.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Permits, right.
Yes, permit definitely for the
I'm gonna make a
demo.
motion for her to, reappear via Zoom or whatever and have a permit by the next meeting.
Sure.
September 21st, you have to have a permit by.
Do you understand that, Pamela?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you know how to get permits and come into town hall and...
I can figure it out, I'm sure.
Okay, very good, no, thank you. Motion by Colleen,
You said permit by 9/21, correct?
9/21, yes.
Okay.
Next meeting, yes.
Couple of items before we
Okay.
proceed with that motion. Since we've already
Had a demolition.
theoretically issued the demolition order, you need to withdraw that motion.
All right, I
number
will
one.
withdraw the demolition order for now.
Second part, what is our typical time frame? How long is the demo permit good for?
We can, I mean, it would be good for a year unless we,
No.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
will
wanna
say-
do
Shorten
it,
up, right.
shortening, like,
right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
You want it pretty quick, don't you? The neighbors
the
want it
garage,
pretty quick.
yeah.
okay, so we're
Is
gonna
3 months too short?
too short.
I was thinking,
I mean, too long.
I was
I'm
thinking 90
60
days
Okay.
at max.
Yeah, I would go 60.
Don't they have to vote on, withdraw?
Yeah, we'll get to it, Bob.
Okay, she made
We're
a
just-
motion.
We're talking
We're
through,
still
we're
talking.
workshopping so we can
Okay.
figure out what the motion's gonna be.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you guys, I know you just said you're gonna put a motion through to, withdraw the demolition. Was the demolition for the garage only?
No,
No.
but that was prior to you being on Zoom.
That was part of what? I'm sorry.
You weren't on the
We're on
Zoom call
Zoom,
at
that's
the
what happened
time.
before you...
Oh, okay, when I was hanging on the phone, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So, there has to be sort of two components, right? One is gonna be the withdrawal of your prior motion.
Right.
And then if you're going to put some sort of time limitation
Yeah, I think we
on, you know, that demolition order, that
We
needs to be
don't.
part of it as well.
So, okay, I'm withdrawing the first motion for the demo, and then you think you're taking that.
Denny, you withdraw?
Yes, yes.
Okay. That motion then is withdrawn.
We probably need to vote on it.
Yeah, I would vote on it.
Okay,
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Welkening? Mr. Sherman?
yes.
Okay,
That
now I'd
motion's
like to make a
withdrawn.
motion for her to come back by September 21st and pull a permit to release, and then within 60 days of that. So,
Yes.
60 days of today, or September 21st?
Well, I think it would be, the permit is
From
good for
60
60 days from when
when-
she picks it up.
when-
Okay, so yeah, okay, so she needs to come in by the 21st and show us that she's got a permit, and we will give her a 60-day permit to demo the
Yeah.
garage, and then she'll have to come back for a permit on the house. Is that correct?
Is that okay, Ryan? Okay.
So, just so I'm clear, the permit that you're referencing, at least as of now, for that shrunk time frame is for the garage
For the garage,
itself.
for the garage itself, but then I want to see her right back with a permit on the house
Okay.
and work being
For good
done,
work.
but we'll deal with that as we step through.
Okay, I got you.
Does that sound good?
Yes, so,
Okay.
So just so I understand, all of what you guys are saying in your lingo, the demolition order is going to be withdrawn. I am supposed to come in and get a permit prior to 9/21 for the garage, and then the garage needs to be, taken down or demolished within 60 days from the date of the permit.
Correct.
correct.
That's exactly right, yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Then we'll visit after that the permit for the house. for the text.
Collins.
Yeah, second.
Motion by Collins, second by Denny. Again, roll call.
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Welkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sherman?
Yes. That motion carries 3-0. Okay, we'll see you or talk to you in, September 21st.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
13947 Hobart Street. Lease deferred from June 15th, 2022. And we are title work on this, is that where we are?
Yeah, my understanding with this one, it was part of an estate. We received an email from Mr. Salatas, I want to say, a week or 2 weeks ago, that the property had been conveyed as part of the estate to 3 siblings?
Yes.
Correct? As
Yes.
joint tenants.
Mhm.
So it is now vested in the names of the 3 children of Mr. Weiss, and I would assume that one of them is present in front of you today.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, can we have name and address for the record, please?
Patrick Weiss, 11510 North State Road 10, DeMont, Indiana.
Okay.
Attorney David Ardargo with the law offices of Charles P. Argo, here on behalf of Mr. Weiss.
Okay. Thank you.
So we've submitted the requisite paperwork to the recorder's office and CC the probate court as well. They were asking for affidavits of devolution, had to make some corrections to those after we submitted them for some, they were asking for better legal descriptions. We updated those and sent them back, and now we're waiting to hear back from the recorder's office to send the deed back over to them.
To get it in
and
the
property
right,
should be
properly
properly
titled and
effectuated,
everything?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what's gonna be, and then what's gonna happen to the property once?
We're gonna sell it.
So as soon as you get
As soon as
deed
we
to it,
get it into where we can sell it, it's going up for sale. I've already talked to a real estate. We're already set up to, they're gonna sell all of it as one lump sum. Both houses, when you know, across the street, all the property there, we're gonna do it all in one lump
Okay.
sum.
Mhm.
And let somebody else deal with tearing it
understand.
down, fixing it, or whatever they're gonna do.
Sure.
But we did go there, clean it up, picked up anything, bolted it up, locked it up. It was a big ordeal because this is taking a lot longer than it should, because a neighbor tried to quick claim deed it to his name.
Oh,
That's why this is such a big, long, stressed out
right, right.
situation. Somebody tried to quick claim deed it, sign my dead parent's name.
Oh, my God. People are
Oh,
crazy.
it's a big ordeal.
People are
Yeah,
crazy.
without, you know,
Wow.
obviously consent and
That's
such, so we had to intervene on that behalf.
So it's been taking forever because of all this
Sure,
legal
legal,
paperwork
caught
that
up
we
in
gotta do.
legal from. So, timeframe, what are you thinking?
I want to say
30 to 60 days, because we've submitted everything we possibly can to the recorder's office. We're literally just waiting to hear back. We thought it would be done at the last meeting when we were in front of you.
Yeah.
I don't want to misrepresent it, but, you know, we've submitted everything we possibly can.
You're relying on
Waiting to
somebody
hear
else.
back.
Yeah, we're waiting on the other court.
Mhm.
How quick you think something like this is gonna sell? The shape it's in.
I think I'm gonna sell it pretty quick, because I'm gonna sell it cheap.
And you got another
Well,
property.
there's another house, there's another living house here, another property across the street.
Yes.
It's like all of these lots, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of land.
Land,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's this whole thing.
So far, if you allow it, we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna have to
yeah.
It's a
allow it.
decent amount of property, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it's a big amount of property, and there's another house and 7 more lots across the street.
Yeah.
And that's all gonna be sold?
It's all one lump sum.
Okay, all
Absolutely,
right.
yeah.
It's all in the estate.
So
Okay.
Ryan, where you
I guess first question, Tony, have you been back out there?
I have not. I sent pictures of it boarded up and mowed and all that.
And I padlocked it all, I made it
Are
secure.
you comfortable that it will?
If it sits for another 30 to 60 days, as long as the weeds are maintained, if someone can go out there and knock
And we'll
it down
make sure.
periodically, that'd be fine, yeah.
I'll make sure that it stays mowed and,
Okay.
and that there's nothing, nobody can get in.
Yep.
And all that. I did go do all
Okay,
that.
okay,
I'm always hesitant to sort of pass the burden
yeah.
and allow the burden to be passed, because, you know, we just dealt with the INACQ, whatever that was. That outfit from Vegas was in here about a year ago and had all these grandiose plans, and
Right,
you know,
right,
they just obtained it and did nothing.
and did nothing,
Right,
exactly.
so
And we just,
we don't necessarily
Yeah.
want to be looking at this on the
Another
agenda for the next
No, I don't,
year.
no.
Would
So-
it be disclosed during the sale of the home that this
Did it's unsafe?
needs to be demoed?
Yeah.
It's current.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The neighbor guy sold the property in one day for $30,000. It was already been sold. We had to file papers to stop the sale. So, I mean, they sold it in one day, really, for 30 grand.
You feel confident.
so there's a buyer out there, huh?
There's a buyer been contacting me, believe it or not, there's a buyer.
Right, we just need to get it
We just need to get it
Yeah.
transferred, but we can't do that until the court transfers.
Right.
I mean, if you guys are good with it, then maybe, you know, a few months, couple months,
I'm thinking
continue it.
60 days.
60 days.
Check in and see
So our
how things are.
October,
But I wouldn't suggest to the board that we allow this to really drag on to the winter.
No, because
Something's gonna have
he
to
just
happen.
told you what happened. And I know you guys.
And we
are
understand,
doing
but
it.
we can't do anything till
I know.
the paperwork's right.
October 19th.
October 19th.
Okay.
Okay, you
Report back
just
October
report to us, and let us know where we're at.
Okay.
Hopefully it's sold. and-
And hopefully I'm done with it, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
We'll
For
keep,
sure.
we'll keep you updated via email as well.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So just a motion to defer on that? please?
Motion to defer for 60 days, to the October 19th.
Okay, so, motion by Colleen, second by Jenny.
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Bosney? Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Motion carries 3-0.
I'm on the internet.
7109 West 128th Avenue. We were gonna get an unsafe report on this.
It is on the iPad,
Yeah,
Sure.
yes,
about halfway down.
Yes, do you wanna give your name and address,
Yes,
please?
I'm Luigi Gagnino, 16120 Forest Avenue, Oak Forest, Illinois.
Oak Forest, Illinois, okay.
Trying to move my way out here. I like Indiana better.
Okay, well, that's good.
I got a letter to come out here. This is
Come
my
out
first
and,
time.
okay.
so what are your intentions?
What are your intents, yeah?
I'd like to fix the house up. I've been taking care of the outside, and I had a little mishap with a tree fall on it. It didn't do much damage, but I cleared it up, been, keeping the outside
Okay.
landscaping, short.
Tony, does this one look repairable?
It has a mold growing on the siding and all
Well, no,
that.
I'm seeing like holes
Again, we got that public
underneath,
nuisance
like,
thing too.
not
also.
looking like it's, I don't know. Like by the door, there's a big hole in the concrete
Yeah,
and the ground and,
You got
I don't
pictures.
know. I don't know what I'm looking at. The roof is,
Yeah, it looks
I mean,
pretty,
it looks pretty
rough.
rough.
Yeah, right
I don't
got
know
around
if
in
it's
it.
terrible.
Oh, I see it,
That's the right.
How long, when have you started working on it or doing anything? Do we have any permits on this, Tony?
I don't have any permits on it yet. I'd like to,
Well, we need to get permits.
yeah.
I don't believe this one has a foundation, does it?
It doesn't look like it.
Right.
Doesn't look like it.
Does it have a foundation,
I
sir?
don't know.
I see it timbers on the bottom there.
Right.
I think it does.
Right.
So it's gonna be a tough,
Are you able to send me some pictures of the email, through email, or what you have?
Yeah, can he get a copy of
The unsafe report?
Yeah.
can you get a copy of that?
Yeah, just stick around till after the Unsafe meeting and provide me your email, and I can get one emailed over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, you need to come back in 30 days with permits pulled and
Okay.
what you're
I
gonna
mean, we need to
do.
make sure that it's refilled.
Yeah, just, you gotta find that out.
Yeah.
I have to know if it is or not.
Okay. This, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this with the city.
Sure, no, I understand.
And I did get a list of contractors and stuff, and that's the hard part, is getting them to work in a time and schedule.
Okay.
Okay, so, bullet
What are we
permit.
doing?
Okay, so,
We're gonna have to check it out first, I mean, if you're
yeah,
trying for
I
a,
think Tony needs to check it out and see
yeah,
what we,
for a permit, we've gotta see what you're
not sure.
proposing to do, and then,
Yeah.
see if it's possible. The whole no foundation thing is, if that is what it is, then that's gonna be your first step.
Tony, does that property have access?
It does, the garage is pretty much fully in front of it.
But what public road does it have access to?
Well, if you look at the two GIS pictures,
Is it that little yellow line?
yeah, I don't know what that little
Yeah.
strip is between the two.
That property and that property.
Probably a walking path to use it.
Okay,
Oh, so that he's got both properties?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I was just looking at the little photograph you had in your, I guess the second one, in the unsafe premises report, just concerned that there's an access issue, but okay.
right.
Okay, well, I think we need to just maybe make a motion to be back here, September 21st, see what Tony's position is on whether it can be repaired or what has to be done, and if you can pull a permit, if it can be repaired.
Okay, Tony?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, Ryan?
And it can be repaired,
So
right?
the motion to defer with the same instruction that a permit needs to be pulled?
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
Yes.
Okay, motion by Colleen, second by Denny.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Motion carries 3-0.
Okay, so,
September 21st. But you got to get with Tony and see if you can pull.
yeah, what else?
Yeah, Tim and I will have to go out there.
They'll take a look at it and see if it's repairable.
Okay.
Okay?
And, what happens if, I wanted to change ideas and get a prefab house in its place? What do you guys do about that? Because I noticed there's 3, I heard through the neighbors, there's 2 or 3 already in the neighborhood around that area. And,
That would be, I believe, a separate zoning classification. So you would have to rezone the property at that point?
I was, same thing though, same thing. And I understand also, which I need rules for the town. I'd like to have a set of rules.
They're on our website, our zoning ordinance subdivision control
Here's
standards.
what I noticed though,
Right
that
there.
when I look up something online, there's something else going on that says different. I don't know why.
I don't think that's
But
accurate.
going back to
Says
this,
different than what?
well, it says one thing online, and then the discussion is, no, we don't do that here. And, I don't understand why it's different. I'd like to clarify that though.
Well, I don't
I think-
understand exactly what you're saying.
As we go along, I just like to get it more.
Well, we're not gonna drag this out for months.
Right, I understand. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
I just think you need to understand the limitations, right? This board deals with unsafe structures.
Correct.
They don't deal with issuing building permits, they don't deal with variances, they don't deal with re-subdividing or zoning classifications. That'd be something that would be dealt with either by the Board of Zoning Appeals or the Plan Commission if you needed to do those things.
Okay, all right. So, prefab is a different classification. Is there a rule about one wall staying up, taxes stay the same?
I don't even know, I was told that's not even a thing anymore, really.
No, I agree, Tony.
There's nothing grandfathered in anymore, nothing?
No.
Right. I mean, that would, the only thing that used to do would constitute it as a remodel instead of a new home, it would help you out with taxes.
That was the whole intent of the whole thing, wasn't it? That's why, yeah, but that's not, yeah.
It's common in Illinois, though. I can tell you that much.
As far as like the prefab house thing,
Yeah.
If it's a modular home, there's no, I don't believe there's anything against that. It would just have to meet the setbacks and size requirements and that for that property. So.
I just wanna make it right, but,
Right.
I kinda need help with
Figuring
going
out
along
what
with this.
can happen there, what's allowed to happen there?
No, with, time with contractors, and that's what I'm lacking, is getting contractors that'll work on a timely fashion. I don't know, maybe you guys got connections that are more.
Can't
I
do it
would
for
know,
you,
we
sir.
don't have.
That's on you.
No,
All right.
this is Indiana, this isn't Illinois.
I'm trying to go, absolutely, okay.
Okay, so,
21st of September.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
come back so we can get an
just
idea.
try and get with Tony and Kevin, we'll see what their
I mean,
report shows.
if you decide that you're gonna go with doing a modular or something, then we need this torn down. So,
I understand, all
we
right.
can't leave it.
Yeah, we can't, no.
So that's what we're here for.
That's the
Well, I wanna
that's
fix
the
it up
first
like,
step,
you know.
yeah, that's the first step, we gotta get.
You
decide
You
what
may
we're
be
doing.
better off doing a modular, you
Yeah.
might save yourself money in a way. It looks pretty rough, so.
Okay,
Okay, so we'll see you September 21st,
right.
okay?
Okay.
What day is it on now?
Wednesday.
They're always
Oh, it's always on
Wednesdays.
Wednesday, yeah,
always
yeah.
Wednesdays.
Do you have a card on you, by the way? I try to email you guys and don't get no responses.
When Ashley gets your
Yeah,
email
just
address,
stick
we can,
around
we can take care of all
provide me
that.
your email and I can take care of
Okay,
it.
very good. Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, okay.
12901 Hilltop?
He is
Lumber.
online.
Okay. No, did we get an unsafe on this?
Yep,
Tony,
we'll have that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay. Yes, who's ever online, please name and address.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael Lumber, address 12901 Hilltop Street, Cedar Lake, Indiana. I can no longer see you guys, but if you can see me, that's fine.
Well, we can hear you, so that's the most important, so.
Okay.
What's your intent with this property?
Well,
We're looking at a report that says it's deemed, as of July 20th, it's deemed unsafe and creating a serious and substantial issue of blight and a public nuisance, so.
okay, I don't know how to address each and every single one of those, but, I try to keep the grass mowed there. I don't think it looks worse than, well, it probably looks worse than a few of the neighbors' house, but, you know, the next door neighbor has half the house torn down, the one adjacent to it is probably worse than mine. But anyhow, my intention and what I'd like to do is that I wanna live in the house. I didn't realize as much.
You're not living in it currently, is that correct?
Well, I don't really have a home per se. I kind of get by, staying with people here and there. I'm currently in St. Anne, and I wanted to be there in person today so that I can make my case, but, no, from time to time I do stay there, but when I bought it, I thought it just needed a facelift. I started doing some work to it, realized that the foundation perimeter, it was, rotted out between the sill plate and when I'm on the spot, I get a little anxious, so I don't word my things right, but the rim joist, it was, failing, so I wanted to put in, something to address something to address that. So I want to put in drain tile. I pulled the permit for that. I started to work on that last year. If you see pictures of the house, I don't know what you guys have visibility to there right now, but it looks like I have a trench around the house. I mean, what I would intend to do with it, I think my permits are set to expire. If not, they have expired. I need to renew those, but I also have a water bill that I need to pay, so I'll get that paid. But I would like to replace the west end of the foundation immediately. When I say immediately, I mean as quick as I manually can. It was never really there in existence. It was providing no structural bearing to the house. The southeast side of the house has a lot of issues. I think this was built as like a somebody's lake house, and then they did an addition, and then they did another addition on top of that. But all the floor joists run incorrectly, so there's half the floor joists that run north to south, which is the way I think they should run.
How long have you owned the house, sir?
I've had it for 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like anything's been done to it, correct?
I tend to disagree with that.
Okay.
Aside from demolition work.
Well, I mean, demolition work, I also replaced the roof on the garage. I started the work for, hardening the foundation on the north and south foundation walls, which look to be in decent condition, and they're somewhat, relatively plumb. I think over the course of 25 foot, there's, within an inch. The west side of the house, the foundation was physically, appeared to be there, but it had no structural bearing. There was no, the blocks, it's a block home. So it's on the foundation cinder block, and it was stacked upright, and there was a gap.
Okay, Ryan, what can we do?
My understanding is that there was a permit issued about this time last year, right, Tony?
So it probably has expired.
And
Right.
what was that permit for?
That permit was to repair the foundation.
And has that occurred?
No.
No.
And it expires tomorrow.
So I guess it would be up to the board to determine whether you want to grant him an extension in a limited fashion, or if the past year's conduct would suggest to you that you don't feel confident that the work will be done in a timely fashion and proceed the demolition of the property.
With all due respect, sir, I understand, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but can I give some background from the last year of my life? So, June 4th of last year, I lost my brother, and I went to a deep state of depression. I've been trained to see psychologists and psychiatrists. I went from job to job. I think I'm in a stable place now. It attributed to that was why I wasn't personally able to go there and do the work, and financially also, I considered hiring the work out, but that was the last year of my life. That's
No,
why.
we're sorry about that.
So Tony, it says here inadequate footing depth along the northeast and south side of the home. I mean, this is massive.
What looks like is an addition that was put on the house at some point isn't at the proper depth, so that would need footings
It's
and walls.
major. This isn't something somebody can repair themselves.
Not in my opinion, unless he is
And nothing's been done to it.
brick mason
Nothing.
and a concrete contractor. This isn't
Nothing's
really
been
a
done
homeowner DIY thing.
Right, this isn't a DIY thing.
Right.
So, I mean, you're gonna have to hire a professional to come out and get going on this, like, now. Are you
So
gonna
I don't have the funds to hire the professional for the addition that's on the east side of the house.
Well,
The addition that's on the east side of the house is I didn't know that it didn't have a foundation.
I mean, we can't pick apart sides of it, it's the whole house. In my opinion, it's extremely unsafe.
I think that's.
Well, this is one that the unsafe premises report just came out, so
Right.
we gotta run title on it.
Okay,
Right.
we're gonna run title work, sir, and that'll take probably 30 days.
Yeah, I mean, by the next meeting,
By the
so if
next
you want
meeting,
to prepare,
we'll
if you've
title
got
work.
some
Okay.
concrete plans by the next meeting, then certainly you can entertain them.
Right.
If he doesn't, then you can proceed with
And if
the
you've updated your
demolition.
permits and have done something, we'll consider that, but we're gonna do title work.
Well, I guess you need to be clear when it comes to permitting, right? Because there was the one-year
We've
permit
already had a
that
one-year permit
that nothing's been done.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be that no permits be issued, that
Right.
if he's gonna come back in September, he's got plans from a licensed reputable contractor to repair this and to get this thing under control.
Right.
Otherwise, the next steps are issuing the demolition.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you hear that? Hello? Did you
Yeah,
hear that?
I mean, I hear it, I think it's quite aggressive, given that, you know, there's 3 sections of the house, and one is in more disrepair than the
Well,
one
it's
side.
still just one house, so
It's one
I know
house
there's
that
different
has-
sections,
yeah.
but
So I will make the motion.
we're running
to
title work.
Run title work, and if you would like to come with the contractor on September 21st with some real plans and show us what's gonna happen, we can entertain that.
I'm sorry,
Second that.
I feel like you're insulting me when you say real plans, like, you know,
We're not here to insult you,
No,
we
we're
just
not.
need to see some
We just need
actual
action.
real, from a contractor, what's gonna be done, how it's gonna be done.
Motion by Colleen, second by Denny. Roll call, please.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Okay, we'll talk, September 21st, okay?
so does this mean that I can't do anything on the property until I come back next month? Because,
You can do whatever you want in accordance with your old permit that expires in 24 hours.
so I can do whatever I want with the permit that expires in 24 hours until the next meeting, is what you just said?
No, what I said is you can do whatever you want in accordance with your old permit until it expires.
But my question was, what can I do between now and the next meeting?
You can talk to local contractors, you can get written plans up that you can come and present to the board in September and to see if that's acceptable.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. 13632 Moore Street. Parker? What's going on with this, actually, do you know?
This is a property that's located just north on Morse, Town Hall, just a little bit. Take a look at it. It received a permit in 2019 that was put on hold until reviewed by the Unsafe, and the permit was never renewed, and no unsafe permit was unsafe report ever made. So I talked to Chris about it, and we requested Tony go out and take a look at
Okay,
it.
so this is,
Okay, so
he
this is
hasn't
a new
looked
one,
at it yet.
okay.
New.
No report yet.
Okay.
No report,
So
okay.
we'll get a report, okay.
Probably
Thanks,
next
Tony.
meeting.
We have things going on in the building department with the new hire that has to be trained. I will do everything I can.
I know
That's
you
fine.
will.
I won't make
know you will.
If
Okay.
you get to it, you get to it,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
You bet.
We need to make a motion, Ryan, to defer till...
Defer.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be a motion to defer and to have the unsafe premises report issued.
Okay, I'll make that motion to defer and have the unsafe premises.
Motion by Colleen, second by Denny.
Ms. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. Thank you. 7029 West 135th Avenue, Donnie and Sandra Ward. Anybody here for them?
That is that, yellow house.
We updated the title work and initial demo order to be prepared. Is that correct, Ryan?
This is the new,
Is this a new one also?
Yeah.
I think so.
So this one's not ringing any bells to me.
Yeah, I don't see a report on it.
Yeah, this one is, just approximately north of the Brent Farm. This one, I believe a citizen reached out about it, and I think we're still gonna be waiting for when Tony gets a chance.
Okay, okay.
So we'll
Very
defer.
Yeah,
motion
same as
to
the last
defer
one.
Till next meeting.
Motion by Colleen, second by Danny. Roll call, please.
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. 7109 West 146th Avenue, Evner.
So this one is, just the same as the last one, citizen, complaints, and then I believe Tony went out and took pictures, and we're gonna have to defer and wait for an update.
Wait for a
Okay.
report, very good.
I'll make a motion to defer this one for a report next month.
Thank you. Motion by Colleen, second by Danny. Roll call.
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. 6599 Fernwood. Morgan?
That was referred by me.
Okay.
There's two houses in that area, from what I understand, the same owner, and he has passed away, and they are just kind of falling apart. So, that's one. The gentleman was supposed to call on another one. He was supposed to call Ashley. I don't know if he did or not, but that one will need a report.
Okay, needs a report,
I'll say to
okay.
defer as well until, make a motion to defer today.
Okay, Tony. You turned it in?
I did.
Okay. Motion by Colleen, second by Denny.
Ms. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 3-0. 7512 West 128th Lane. Where are we on this?
On that one?
Yeah.
Simon Rustowski, owner,
Okay.
7101 Colorado Street,
Thank you.
Maryville, Indiana. I got the permits, but utility didn't release them. They said I would, some fees, some liens, but I purchased it from a tax sale, and we petitioned Cedar Lake for it, and we sent them the letters. And I told her that all the liens get wiped off for the tax sale once they give me the deed for it. And she said that she's waiting for Lake County to hear something from them to wipe the liens off of it. I got the order with the Cedar Lake being petitioned, and I've got the certified mailings to Cedar Lake if you guys want to look at them. But
That seems like an issue with the utility and you. I haven't been contacted by the utility, so I have no idea what's going on
I talked
there.
to Chris, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, Wider?
From
Utilities.
Utilities, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I sent her the whole file. She said she wanted to see the file on it. So I sent her the file, and that was the last correspondence I had with her. And she said she would get back with me.
So you own the property now?
I own the property. I've got a permit inquiry. As soon as they figure out what's going on with that, I'll get the permit and fix it up, but.
Okay, your intent is to fix it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I know the deputy clerk for the utility department has been looking into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's questions, they can contact us.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys need to contact the lawyer on it, but I can send you the file if you want to, but.
If we need it, we can get in contact with him.
Yeah, if you're familiar with it, it says you get everything wiped off, clean title, you know, all liens, previous liens get wiped out, so.
Yep, I know she's been working on it. She's also training at this moment, so it might take her a little bit longer.
Hey, I'm fine with it, you know, I just,
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to come back next month or wait to hear from somebody for some things before I come back, or.
Yeah, sure. How about if you just come back in October 19th, and give us an update?
That's fine.
Like
Yeah.
if
Hopefully you
figure
have
out-
all this taken care of.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
60 days, hopefully it's all straightened out by then.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you for appearing.
Yeah, no problem, take care.
7220 West 138th Place, Leonhardt. What about this one, Ash?
That's right up the street, they're working on it, sorry.
Oh, no, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. 6425 West 141st Ward. They're working on that too, is that?
He was working on filling it in. I didn't stop by there, before this meeting, but prior to the last
The
one.
foundation.
That's the foundation.
Yeah, they were,
I think that's a snow
From the pool
foundation.
dig or something?
What's that?
So they were digging out for a pool and they were gonna
He had,
backfill it?
yeah, he said Caribbean Pools was going to be dumping their.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'll check on that one before the next meeting to see how
How it's
their
going.
progress is going with the
6911 West 131st Avenue, J&D Sun Rentals LLC.
Oh, she's supposed to go for
Were they
60
supposed
days.
to- Huh?
He got the permit by last meeting, and then you wanted him back in 60 days to just go to another.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is,
so he'll be
okay.
at the next meeting.
Okay. And then, now
And
this
then-
one we can't really talk about.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Lawsuit's still ongoing.
Okay, lawsuit's still ongoing. That's
We
all
have
we need to
changed
know.
the venue to another judge, and our answer is due in the next week or so.
Okay. 133.
I guess just for the record, right, with the lawsuit ongoing for now.
We're not-
We're just sort of
That's where we're.
waiting
that's what
for
we're
those
talking about.
lawsuits
Yeah,
resolved
yeah.
before the demolition would proceed.
Yes, okay, thanks, Ryan. 13336 Lamore Street, Vogel,
that's done, it's demoed.
it's been demoed,
That's
okay,
it, so we
okay,
can
then
move
that can
that
come
one.
off then,
That
right?
one can
Yes.
come off, yeah.
Okay, good, how about that?
Oh, and then there's that one.
And then, are we gonna, did you do another report, Tony?
If you scroll down on the iPad, it is on the iPad.
No, it's the very
last
bottom.
item.
Yeah, very bottom.
Can hardly wait to read that. And you were able to get in and do all this safely, I
I had
guess?
a police officer with me,
Okay, all right, good.
and I didn't get poison ivy.
Okay. Was it a successful trip then, huh?
Yeah, you better believe it.
Magic man.
Now, where do we have to start with this, Ryan?
Any significant changes to it, Tony?
Changes, as in...
Good, bad, or otherwise?
I would say it has just gotten older and more, dilapidated.
Dilapidated, yeah.
Right.
I go past it about every day, and that
Yeah,
would be mine.
I mean, the GIS shows the amount of just stuff that's on the property, just litter and
Yeah,
and
just,
debris,
yeah,
and
just,
there's just kind of stuff everywhere.
yeah.
And this is a updated report,
Yes.
Yes.
and that report finds that the premises is unsafe.
Yes.
It does.
If you have an unsafe report, you can always send them a notice to appear. Title will need to be ran or updated, it's been so long with this
Yeah,
property, I don't know.
we probably need to update it. Can we update it?
Yeah.
Just to be safe?
Let's get that
We need to do
done.
this correctly.
Do we need to make a motion for them to appear?
I would, I mean, since it's update right now, I think you can just direct staff to send the notice
Send
to
it,
appear.
Okay.
We'll update the title, since I know we've done it at least once, I
Yeah.
just don't know how long ago it was.
Right.
And it should probably be moved to a more, you know,
Move back to the
aggressive,
list.
yes,
Right.
the active
So let's
item.
get this, yeah, move back to active.
We need a few more on the active list.
We don't have enough.
Ryan's looking a little bored over there.
I got nothing to do, I just wait.
Okay, so do we need a motion, Ryan?
No.
On that, no,
Okay,
that's the point.
okay, good. No, it's not even, it's an update item, dummy. Okay.
All right.
Any public comment? Public comment? Public comment? See anything online, actually, from, okay, good. Seeing none, the meeting is adjourned. Next meeting, September